Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salamun alaikum and welcome to the 10th episode of Ali alayhi salam in the Book of Allah. In this episode, we will be looking at some verses of Surat al-Kahf, Surat al-Maryam, Surat al-Taha, and Surat al-Anbiya. Those are the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st surah of the Holy Quran. But before I start with the verses from the surahs, I would like to pause and refresh my inspiration by reciting a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This hadith is muttafiq alayh. It is in the books of Shia as well as of Sunni, and today I am going to refer this hadith from two Sunni sources, and those sources are Faraidus Simtain and Yanabiul Mawadda. This hadith is a very important hadith and worth not only listening but memorizing, keeping it in mind, and making it a part of our life. The hadith goes this way. The Messenger of Allah said, Almighty Allah has granted my brother Ali ibn Abi Talib excellent virtues that are too numerous to count. If one mentions one of his virtues, having faith in it, Almighty Allah will forgive all of his past and future sins. And if one writes one of his virtues, the angels will seek forgiveness for him as long as that written text continues to exist. And if one listens to one of his virtues, Almighty Allah will forgive all the sins that he committed using his ears. And if one reads a book about his virtues, Almighty Allah will forgive all of the sins that he committed using his eyes. To look at Ali ibn Abi Talib is a kind of worship, and to mention him is another kind of worship. Almighty Allah does not accept the beliefs of one who does not declare loyalty to Ali's divinely commissioned leadership, that is the wilaya, and does not renounce his enemies. That was the hadith from Faraidus Simtain and Yanabiul Mawadda, and it is there in several other Sunni sources and Shia sources as well. With that, let's begin to look at the verses of the Holy Quran. Surah Al-Kahf, verse number 105. أولئك الذين كفروا بآيات ربهم ولقائه فحبطت أعمالهم فلا نقيم لهم يوم القيامة وزنا. They are those who disbelieve in the signs of their Lord and in the meeting with Him. Therefore, vain will be their deeds, nor shall we on the day of judgment assign any weight to them. In Oyun Akhbar al-Raza, Sheikh Suduq writes that Imam Ali al-Raza alayhi salam stated that in this verse, the term signs of Allah refers to the wilaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Surat al-Maryam, verse number 85. Yawma nahshurul muttaqina ila rahmani wafda. The day we shall usher the righteous before Ar-Rahman like envoys into the presence of a king. In Tafsir al-Qummi, it is written that Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib asked the Messenger of Allah about the tafsir of this verse, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa said, O Ali, these are the people who were God-fearing, so Allah loves them and He has accepted their deeds, so He calls them righteous. O Ali, by the one who opened the grain and created life, when these people will rise from their graves, angels will be waiting to welcome them with camels of paradise. Rasulullah then described the rich decorations of these camels and said, These camels with their riders will pass through the field of Hashr, such that each rider will be flanked by 1,000 angels in front and at the back, to the right and to the left, until the camels will deliver their riders to the gate of paradise. Ali then asked, O Messenger of Allah, who are these people? Rasulullah replied, These are your Shia and you are their Imam. Verse number 96 of the same surah, Surah Al-Maryam. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ سَيَجْعَلُ لَهُمُ الرَّحْمَنُ وُدًّا. Verily, those who believe and do good deeds, Ar-Rahman will appoint for them love. Ibn Hajar in Sawaiq Muharraqa reports that Ibn Abbas narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa asked Ali alayhi salam to supplicate to Allah and ask for a covenant and to put Ali's love in the hearts of the mu'mineen. Then Allah revealed this verse. Now we will go to Surah At-Taha, verse number 82. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ لِمَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا ثُمَّ اهْتَدَى. And lo, verily I am the most forgiving towards him who repents and believes and does good and then follows the guidance. Ibn Hajar in Sawaiq Muharraqa reports, with respect to this verse, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salam said, If anyone repents and embraces the faith and does good, but does not follow our guidance and does not recognize our position, it will be of no avail. Surah At-Taha, verse number 124. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّا لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. But whoever turns away from my admonition, his livelihood shall be restricted, and on the day of judgment we shall raise him blind. It is written in Tafsir al-Qummi that Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam stated that whoever turns away from my admonition refers to one who has turned away from the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Someone then asked the Imam that we see that the livelihood of those who reject the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen is abandoned. Imam explained that the verse does not refer to the present time but refers to the time of Raj'at, when the enemies of Ahlul Bayt will not have anything to eat. Surah Al-Anbiya, last part of verse number 7. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So ask the people of the reminder, that's Ahl al-Zikr, if you do not know. Thalabi in Tafsir al-Kabir writes, Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari narrates that when this verse was revealed, Amir al-Mu'mineen said, We are the people of the reminder, we are Ahl al-Zikr. This phrase, the Ahl al-Zikr, also appears in verse 43 of Surah An-Nahl. With this we conclude the 10th episode of Ali alayhi salam in the Book of Allah. Sallu alayhi wa alihi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. And inshallah we will meet again with episode 11.